Americans, your deaths are waiting. Here you are once again, a nation divided. Only this time you will fall. With a little help, if necessary.
started. Taking a real beating here.
Do you really think it would be that easy? До свидания.
Keep attacking. You'll disrupt his focus.
You wish you were back in bed, yes?
Need some backup.
Shield is down. Get him.
This will be the coldest war of all. These mini-sentry guns will give you something new to think about.
You asked for it. Maybe next time you ought to pick on somebody your own size.
Move out.
I'm on it.
What I think of your moose and squirrel. Registration Act will be passed by your cowardly leaders. And You will become criminals! Sword hand!
Nice try, bud.
Americano Mirante! Coming in! I do this for free!
They cannot run what they cannot see! When this is done, no one will ever trust you heroes again.
Going to blow you up!
You look as unsteady as your democracy.
And to think you could have been home watching TV.
Something's mad!
I need to fall back. Ready when you are. Don't expect any mercy.
Watch your back!
It's getting ugly. Should have seen that coming.
Look at their stupid outfit! Americano Miradantes! Coming in!
Don't mess with the old Canucks head.
I do this free!
Things are getting hazy. Even I got my limits, bub. Need a chance to heal.
You think you won, but you haven't. You'll soon see. You have already lost everything.
And so, to answer your question, Mr. Senator, in spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle, with consequences I'm not sure any of us want to ponder.
Hey, Mr. Stark! Mr. Stark!
Was that really your best shot?
Sneaking around doesn't become you, Steve.
Maybe I'll need the practice. Maybe we all will.
Don't be so melodramatic. This whole thing would affect you least of all. You're already deputized.
You almost sound like you agree with them. This Registration Act would tear down everything we've done, destroy a century-old tradition of...
I'm trying to save it, Steve. As much of it as I can, anyway. Don't you see where this is headed? All it's going to take is one more slip-up by anyone in a cape, and we'll be lucky if registration is the worst they do. They could just turn us all into criminals, hunt us all down.
No, they won't, Tony. Not in my country.
Now return to our special live episode of The New Warriors, coming to you straight from Stamford, Connecticut, where the Warriors have just been spotted by their supervillain quarry. Looks like it's on.
I've got cold heart, you guys. Hey, somebody snag Nitro. He's rabbiting.
Don't worry, Speedball. I'm on it. On your feet, Nitro. And don't bother trying any of your stupid exploding tricks.
Oh, baby, don't you even know? You're playing with the big boys now.
Reports now coming in from Stamford, Connecticut indicate a massive explosion in a residential neighborhood.
Just over 12 hours ago now, and preliminary casualties are said to be over 600. In Washington, rumblings on whether superhero reform should be brought to the table.
Following last week's devastating explosion, Congress has rushed through passage of the Superhuman Registration Act, with the president expected to sign it.
This is just completely insane, Hill. I won't do it.
I'm sorry, was it not clear I was giving you an order?
You're asking me to arrest people who risk their lives for this country every day.
No, I'm ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain. Either you help us bring them in, or we'll bring you in.
Weapons down, gentlemen. Or I...
Trank darts, now! Take him down! Take him down!
Keep us moving, son, if you want to stay conscious.
You idiot. We were trying to save lives.
Of all the people to go underground, Captain America. Now every superhero who disagrees with the act suddenly has a leader. Maybe we should hold off until...
That won't be necessary, Mr. President. Registration can go forward as planned. We'll take care of Captain America.
And with the passage of the Superhuman Registration Act earlier this week, superheroes around the country are being forced to choose a side. Do they register with the government to uphold the law, or become part of an underground resistance movement? So far...
Can you believe this is really going down? The act kicks in at midnight, but word is S.H.I.E.L.D's gonna be here sooner than that, taking signatures. Or prisoners. I want to talk to Cage about it, but he's too busy arguing with Mr. Fantastic over there. Maybe you can break into their little powwow and get some sense out of him.
Things don't get out of hand. I didn't sign up for trying to arrest Capes.
I'm trying, but I just can't follow these equations.
Warning. Security upgrades are complete. As of midnight tonight, any superhuman personnel listed as unregistered will be treated by the building security systems as hostile.
Hey, you come to a decision yet? Later.
Hey, good times, huh? Between you and me, I hope so. I have no intention of registering, and we're gonna need a leader. Open your eyes. Powerful people are using a tragedy to take over. Cap sees that. If you had any sense, you'd see it too. We don't have time to go over that again. See ya.
Security, prepare to receive inbound shield contingent.
Understand your skepticism, Luke, but you have to believe me. I've crunched the numbers, and we absolutely can't rebel against the government on this. If we do, the consequences...
Can't be any worse than burning the Constitution.
You're exaggerating. This is a temporary measure. Once things settle down...
I ain't buying it, Reed. And I can't believe somebody as brainy as you would.
Oh, hello. Good timing. Perhaps you can talk some sense into Mr. Cage here. He and Iron Fist seem determined to get arrested.
He's the one who needs a reality check. But good luck getting anywhere with that.
New York Senator Lieber deprived...
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Reed Richards.
Please leave your message at the tone.
Yeah, hey, Reed. This is Ben. Look, I can't do this. Lord knows I've followed you into some pretty crazy places over the years, but...
Hope things don't get out of hand.
And so, in a worst-case scenario, we'd find ourselves in the equivalent of a superpowered civil war.
Heroes so busy fighting each other, the criminals get a free pass.
Exactly. That's where you and the Thunderbolts would come in, Melissa. We need you to help S.H.I.E.L.D. keep crime under control while we focus on... Oh, hello again. Hello, Susan. I'm glad to see you're not going off half-cocked like Luke, Danny, and Eli over there seem to be. We need cooler heads to prevail at a time like this.
Your voice heard.
I'm not sure that's been determined. Incarceration, most likely. Those who violently resist might accidentally be harmed. Of course it isn't Sue, but anyone who openly resists law enforcement should know the risk they're taking. Of course, darling.
On the eve of the Registration Act going into effect, the grim work of identifying all the Stanford victims continues. An official list of confirmed dead is not expected to be...
Are you sure you can get us to Cap without leading them right to him?
Got it covered. You just stick with me.
But what about the rest? How can we convince...
They're gonna have to make their own choice. Stark, Richards, and Songbird are obviously a lost cause. But maybe... Well, speak of the devil. So you folks made up your minds yet? From what I hear, they ain't gonna give you much more time to sit on the fence.
Variant nanite samples have just arrived for you from the Baxter building.
With Cap in charge, as long as it takes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You're either with us or against us. Later.
All superhumans, the Registration Act is in effect. You are now required to meet with Commander Hill and register your identity with S.H.I.E.L.D.